I mean, we're just doing this.
Yeah, no apology needed. Yeah, we just come to enjoy. Thank you, Ken. We just get to enjoy Father's Day with each other, right?
Yeah. I mean, I if you want me to, I get an intro, but we were there.
Man, re-intro us real quick. Come on, Ken. We can't do it without you. Let's go.
Reintroduce us, baby.
Welcome to the Rebuilding Futures podcast. I am your co-host, Kenneth Young. In the building, we have Elric Truvillian and Mr. Aaron Charles. Chris Shankles is not with us again today, but
that's okay though.
That is okay.
It's okay, Chris.
It is okay. We waiting for him to call. He gonna call Scoop.
All right.
He will call in about 15 minutes.
All right.
He must got his cape on today.
He probably got his cape on. So you know it's Father's Day. He out there saving.
He out there saving it. And hey, Chris, we want to thank you for your services.
Yes, sir.
Chris Shankle.
It's always good when we have you here. We're thankful.
Yeah, but we need you here. We need you here on the podcast, man. You probably somewhere on the side, got somebody on the side of the road. You fixing they tire, or you are somebody's backyard, pulling out a motor. Transmission.
Yeah, transmission.
It ain't the show not gonna be the same without him. For me, it's gonna be a little different. It's not the same show if we don't get there a couple times. Happy Father's Day to you, cuz.
Yeah, happy Father's Day, man. To all you guys, man. I see a lot of people jump on my live, man. I want to say happy Father's Day. Oh, I'm getting a lot of women on my live, so
get yourself in trouble now.
No. I don't think I'm gonna get in trouble. My wife, she knows she has a very, very
waiting on this one.
Very, very.
He thinking about it.
Very, very good husband.
Okay, now. All right.
Yeah, and she right there listening.
Right. Leave your comments in the comment section. Go ahead.
I see Storm Chaser. I see you out there, baby. Happy Father's Day to you too, man. My cousin Nikki. Yeah. Oh, okay. Tara. Yeah, I see you, Tara, baby. Richardson Town in the house, baby. Yeah, I see you.
Right now?
Yeah.
Right now, newly single co-host right here, Aaron Charles. Just want to introduce myself to the world. Just been released from any type of legal obligations associated with matrimony.
You ready?
AC_better economics on Instagram. Hello, somebody. All right, man.
What preach then?
Man.
But Scoop, look, he want the max contract.
Yeah,
new free agent. He want the max contract.
I don't need a rookie contract right now.
I want the rookie contract.
Nah, I've been through there. Paid out big on that one. I thought I was getting money. I ended up paying money, but it's all good now.
No veteran minimums. We want the max contracts around here.
That's it.
Jeter Jones got a song. It's called Cougar.
Man, can we I know it's a whole bunch of stuff that we can and can't do. Can we play music live? I mean, can we do that or what?
Well, I'm pretty sure we couldn't get it on because we live on Facebook.
What's that mean? We don't own the rights to the music. We got to put that
on the rights to the music.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Can you pull it up, Ken?
How we do that? I don't own the rights.
Man, I heard this song last night. Jeter Jones, he did this. It's called Cougar, man. It's
okay.
Man, it's a great song, bro. I liked it, bro. Be careful. All I can tell you, be careful.
Okay. I don't see Cougar.
I think that's the name of the song. I'm not for sure,
but I did find Jeter Jones.
Okay. I don't know if he released it yet, but it's there.
Give me another Jeter Jones song.
What's up, Hustle? I see you in there. CJ. Michael, yeah. I see you and Lisa. Wait, man, I hope to see y'all in here in a few minutes, man. We're probably going to get together with Lisa.
Y'all going to Prime XO?
More than likely, yeah.
Yeah,
more than likely, yeah, man. Hustle, I'm going to have to get you up here, Hustle, man. Yeah. I'm going to have to get you up in here, man. Hustle, man, that's a real cool cat, man. Yeah, happy Father's Day to you too, Mike, man. You and Lisa, man. Y'all get with Mike and Tammy, man. We're going to try to do something later on, man.
Yeah, man. Sending out all the happy Father's Days to all the people. Hey, how y'all doing, Miss Courtney Copeland? Always good to see your face. Just want to send a happy Father's Day, to all the people that don't have the opportunity to hear it from somebody else, right? Relationships are crazy. We know that not every relationship is strong and stable and going in the direction you want to go in. So, if you're out there, if you listen to the live, watching the live, or, you play it back at another time, just want y'all to know that even though somebody who you really want to hear from isn't saying Happy Father's Day to you, we just want to send a good Happy Father's Day shout out to anybody who might not be hearing it from somebody that they're close to or that they really love. What's up, cousin? How you doing? Happy Father's Day to you, man. Just giving big shout outs to everybody right now. Also, for folks that have lost a father and feel like they can't say Happy Father's Day to anybody, and they may be down about that right now. Just want to say, you know what, man, it's all right to just look up, take a moment, and just say, man, Happy Father's Day. You know, in the memory of good men, in the memory of good fathers, it's okay to still say Happy Father's Day and appreciate the moments that you had. So we want to send a big shout out to all the real fathers out there, and even those that stumble, right? Even those that stumbled and were way less than perfect, man. Happy Father's Day to you. If you're trying and you can't get a hold of your children right now, and you got separation from your children, and you know you're not going to hear from them, man, Happy Father's Day to you. You know, just keep striving, keep trying, have an authentic reach, and do well by everybody that you can actually get a hold of, and, you know, do well by everybody who loves you, man. So Happy Father's Day to all the real ones out there.
Yeah,
Amen.
Yeah, I would like to say to those guys or women that unfortunately parents are not
Father's
here.
Day, Mr. Johnson.
And they can't be with their father. Let's adopt a father.
Right.
Let's adopt
a
father for today. Find a gentleman, young gentleman or older gentleman. I prefer a young. Well, you know,
CJ, come on, man. That's my boy. I was telling you about. That's who I was telling you about. That's my dog.
Yeah,
that's my dog.
All right, CJ. So you know you got to get with us, baby.
Come on, man. 10 toes. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's adopt a father, man. Let's keep this day positive. You see a guy, you know what I'm saying, adopt him. If you're not able to be with your father in some kind of way, just put a smile on another father's face.
Right.
If it's just saying something nice, buying him a soda, buying him a bag of chips.
Soda. Buy him a soda.
Yeah.
Hey, did y'all ever see that video where that girl's on there and she was talking about and then you got to put in your perkles? Did you see that?
No, I haven't.
That boy said, "What the hell is a perkle? What is a perkle?"
Yeah, what is a perkle?
What is a soda? It's the same. It's a long day on the same aisle when you go to the grocery store.
No,
the perkles is right next to the sodas.
You familiar with that, Ken?
Neither one.
Hold on, the smartest man in the room. Does it? That might not exist, Aaron.
What?
If the smartest man in the room don't know about it, it may not exist.
I mean, he been around. You don't know what a perkle is?
Norman, what's up, baby? Nah, I don't. I really don't.
Okay, you put them on your cheeseburgers.
Cheese, pickles.
Ooh, look at how he came all the way through on that one right there.
Yeah, okay.
He came all the way through on that.
Sound like you said.
Now he wanted to enunciate pickles.
Yeah, it's pickles. Okay, they're on the same. They not on the same aisle as sodas.
Ooh, look how he cleaned it up, Ken.
Yeah,
he cleaned it up.
Yeah.
I like it, man. We're gonna have some fun today. What's up, Fernando?
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day to you, man. Good to see you out there. I know you're doing good, running around and got your family with you. I know you got your kids with you, man. Happy Father's Day to you, young man. Fernando Renteria, my boy. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, I want to see all you fathers out there today that owns a bike. Let's get take that rag, that water, wipe that dust off of it. We riding today. Okay. Yeah, we riding today.
Okay, got a little music for y'all. Got a little something for you.
Scooter, is that the song you're talking about?
It's just in the headphones, or you got it out here too?
Is it out here too?
Well, they can't be out there too.
Well, they can't hear it on our Facebook.
Why?
No, you can hear it right here.
Oh, you can hear it right here? Let's see. This. Let me see. That's Jeter Jones, man. Y'all know nothing about Jeter Jones. We don't own the rights to this song. We don't own the rights to none of this song, but we just trying to get in that mood as fathers,
right? And
we're gonna enjoy this day. You know what I'm saying? So, you ladies, thank y'all for having us and thanking y'all for bringing life in this world for us.
Right.
But today, this day, Father's Day, we gonna enjoy it. You heard? Like none other. You know what I'm saying? So if you're a father out there, man, get up and do something positive, man. Have you a good time today, man. Be safe. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your kids. You know,
Man, what's one of the most impactful things that your dad shared with you, that your father shared with you? What's one of those things, man?
Man, me and my dad, man, the best time I've really had with my dad is just sitting in the car on the way on a road trip,
Yeah.
getting out in the yard.
Yeah.
A lot of times, him coming up to the school watching my football games.
Yeah.
But check this part out right here. Check this part out right here. Jeter Jones.
Can the people hear the what?
And they hear it?
Yeah, can y'all hear it? Because it's coming through the speakers and the headphones.
Y'all hear the Peter Jones?
Yeah.
Man, we don't own the rights to this music. We just trying to jam with y'all.
There's no place I'd rather be, man. They don't know about Jeter Jones, man.
I know some of y'all is hooked and just don't want to admit it.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, when she walked out in that moo-moo, I'm like, a moo-moo? That ain't sexy. That's
Watch this.
Oh, wait. Oh, Scoot, there's a video for it.
Watch this.
You know what I'm saying? She ain't got nothing on under that moo-moo.
Oh, there's a video for it.
Man, say don't come out here no moo-moo.
Man, I don't
Look.
know about you, but I'm hooked. Man, she cooking groceries. She making like that. I'm over there every night. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I done got me a cougar, man. Yeah.
Man, showed up to the Cougar House with a pack of pork chops. Come on now, don't play.
And she has the moo-moo on.
And she got a moo on. He said there's no place he'd rather be. We don't own the rights to this song, but we're going to enjoy this song, and they're going to enjoy Father's Day, and we finna have a good time. So
I want to know who mama is that. Who mama is that said yes to that? He's been watching her for years. He probably grew up around them. He been watching that.
but that's them Cougars, man.
Best friend mama for years.
Yeah. Best friend mama.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys, spending time with my dad. I love spending time with my dad. I love spending time with my mama too. But a lot of times it's that quality time. Sometimes we sit out on the porch, or we just get on the phone and hold a conversation. But it's nothing better than just having a conversation with my dad. A lot of times he'll tell me, son, when I'm traveling, he'll be like, well, have you got you some rest, or have you did this? And I said, well, Dad, you did the same thing too. You young too now. And he said he had to step back sometime and say, you know what? Yeah, I was young too. So that's a lot that I get from my dad. I love my dad for a lot of times I find myself doing and saying things that my dad said when I was a child. I find myself doing to my kids, and I find my brother. I tell my brother all the time, I said, boy, you act just like your daddy. He'll say or do some things, or he may be in a certain mood. And I said, well, man, you doing like what your daddy did. You acting like your daddy, and he'll do vice versa to me too. So a lot of times that may bring awareness to me about, the things I say and do. It brings awareness to me to make me pay attention more to what me and my dad do and say. So a lot of times it's the conversations that we engage in that I love and that I look forward to saying and doing, because my dad is now he's in his 70s, man, and he's doing great. My dad been retired for about 2 years now. We're going on 2 years. He been on the job. He was on the job, rain, sleet, or snow, sickness or health.
Yeah.
Never called in sick. Never called in sick, and been on the job for over 52 years.
Man, look at that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a different breed right there.
Yes, and he was one of the oldest guys, at the company. He went in out of high school, and he worked his butt off, man. He really did. I really would say that I'm real proud of my dad. What's up, Cheetah? I really want to say I'm real proud of my dad. I'm really glad to say that I'm his son. You know, and that's one thing I like to, when I move around, I like for everybody to know that is my dad, and I try not to bring no shame to the family. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I try to teach my kids the same thing. My dad is a very easygoing guy, but you don't want to rub him the wrong way, because I rubbed him the wrong way one time and he whooped me. Yeah, but he that was very seldom. You know, my dad, he really didn't whoop us. You know, he really didn't have to, because he give you that look. He had that certain look he'll give you when you're acting up in the store, and then he used to give us that talk. Anybody ever had that talk for you in the store? All right, now look, we finna go in this store. That toy section, we're not going to that toy section. Because the first day you hit the store, you know what I'm saying, you want to run over to that toy section.
You want to get gone.
You want to get gone. So we gotta say, look here, now we're finna get in the store, I ain't finna buy you nothing, don't touch nothing. And you stay right here, you walk right here with me. And that's what we did. And that was the thing with him. My dad was he wasn't mean, he was very disciplined.
Yeah.
And straight to the point.
Yeah.
And I can remember one time, man, my dad, he built a lot of courage in me. My dad built a lot of heart in me, man. When I was playing football, man, I didn't get a lot of playing time, you know. And my dad would tell me, he would say, son, he said, Todd, I come home crying. He would say, son, just
Father's Day to you, bro.
You know, just stay where the coach can call you when he needs you. You know, just stay there. Stay where he'll call you when he needs you. And he may not need you, but he gonna need a body.
Yeah.
And I wasn't trying to feel that, man. I wasn't trying to feel that. So, but just like he said, and it happened. But my dad would come to the games, and what he would do was, he would sit, and everybody know this, man. Everybody know this. My dad was very anti-sociable. He would get in the stands, and he would sit all the way to the other side by himself. And he did this all my whole career, my football career. And I used to wonder, man, why my dad, he come by himself and he sit right here. He sit in that same spot all the time. So one time I had a real big game The coach wound up, it was like a minute and 14 seconds left in the game. And the coach called for a block. So I was a tailback. So what he done was, he pushed me on in. The coach pushed me on in there, right? So I'm running in to run the play in with the quarterback. Me and the quarterback, we was real cool. So I tell the quarterback, I said, say, man, look, I know I got the block, but the coach did say. Now this from the sideline to the huddle. I said, man, look, just give me the ball. We already winning. Mm-hmm. Just give me the ball. Just give me the ball. We got a minute and about 14 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, let me touch it. Let me shine.
Just let me, man, we winning. Let me touch it. And I said, man, I got my dad here in the stands. My dad ain't never really I never ain't really done nothing. Man, he ain't say nothing. He ain't say nothing. Got in the huddle, called the play. And bro, we about 52 yards out from the end zone. Tossed the ball out to me. Didn't tell me he was gonna toss the ball out to me. Nothing. I could have fumbled. I could have fell down. I could have quit. Tossed it out there to me, man. I seen that ball. I caught that ball. They didn't see the city for the smoke.
Yeah,
they didn't see the city for the smoke. First of all, they didn't know. Nobody knew I was getting the ball. Nobody seen me play. So after the game.
So hold on real quick. Mm-hmm. Because, in the city, we say they can't see the forest for the trees, but this is a country boy. He say they can't see the city for the smoke.
Yeah. You know what they say about smoke, huh? Before smoke, there's fire.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah, that's the warning.
Okay.
So when he tossed the ball out there to me, they didn't see the city for the smoke. That means nobody touched me. Nobody touched me. By the time they realized I was in the end zone.
All right.
So after that game, I was bold enough now because I done did something. I said, well, Daddy, why every time you come to the game, you sit way over there to the side by yourself? You know what he said? He said, so you can see me.
Shit.
He said he wasn't being antisociable.
Yeah.
He just sat apart from everybody to let you know, hey, son, I'm here. So I would look, from then on, I would look up in the stands, and I see my daddy sitting up there, and I get chills.
Yeah.
And so after then, but see, after then, that was my calling.
Yeah.
They say, okay, well, we can start playing him now because he can do something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he just ain't no punching bag at practice. He can do something now.
Right.
Yeah.
You had to show him though.
I had to get like my daddy said, you got to be ready.
Yeah.
Because see, you be ready, you don't have to get ready. See, if you be ready, you don't have to get ready. And so that's what we did. I got my moment to show them what I could do. And from then on, that's what started happening.
That's it, man. That's it. So, man, when I was young, so my old man, you know, he has a restaurant in Houston. I told y'all about that. And when we were talking about it, I believe on like one of the very first podcasts, and I was talking about how hard they work, right? Like from early in the morning, going to get fresh produce and stuff like that, going to get all supplies. And then this is, 2-3 hours before the restaurant even get to open, because they got to shop, get all that stuff, go back, prep, get all that stuff ready, and then open up the doors, right? So, he was working from, 6:37 in the morning till 9 o'clock at night, coming home, and, real long days. But, man, every now and then he'll find just enough energy to get up on a Sunday, right? It was the only day that they really had off. He worked 6 days a week, so get up on a Sunday, and man, he'll come tap me. He said, "Hey, you getting up?" I said, "Well, for what? I want to know. I want to qualify my getting up first. So what's going on?" So he say, "Man, get up. Be ready to go in 10 minutes, right?" And so I knew after a while that get up on an early Sunday morning was, man, we was about to get in that car and head down to Galveston. So we finna go down there before the sun come up, 4:00 in the morning, right? We finna get down there. We gonna do some fishing right off the jetties.
Oh, that's how you fish?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So we gonna get there. We gonna get there, man. So we was fishing out in Kemah. Before Kemah had a boardwalk or anything like that. We just underneath the bridge. I mean, we're going all through Galveston, man, just enjoying. And like you talked about those road trips, I think that's where I really learned my love for music, because those trips got me exposed to so much different music.
Yeah.
That you just don't hear on a day-to-day basis, because you get home from school and no parental supervision. So I want to hear everything NWA and Eazy-E and Ice Cube and all of them got to say. It's Yo MTV Raps back then, and couldn't wait to get to it. And then you get in that car on a Sunday, and then you hear stuff that you understand why people tap on the steering wheel, why they, just going down the highway and just relax. Music isn't always to hype you up. That's why I learned that sometimes music is just to calm you down, let you relax, be smooth. And that was a real good introduction to a whole lot of different stuff. We listen to R&B, we listen to old school stuff, we listen to a lot of jazz. And so that's what got me into not just songs and lyrics and, hearing the message, but really appreciating the music for what it was too. Every sound in the music, and so that was a good thing for me, and it led me down a musical pathway. And even to right now, still, got my finger on the pulse when it comes to music. And, young artists out there that I was just introduced to. He's a part of a group called MTG. These guys come from Paris, Texas. And so, these country boys, man, are doing real good. They got MTG Randy, MTG Guapo, and MTG T Money. Okay. These guys are making great music right now, right? And so spending that time with my dad gave me an opportunity to know what music was, good music, and then great music, right? Gave me a palette. And so that was always appreciated. You got somebody calling you right now, probably based on some of the comments you made.
That's my mom.
Okay, all right. I want to make sure. Okay, now. All right.
Wish me happy Father's Day.
All right. I just want to make sure I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, Mom, I'm about to get you.
I saw the last name on there. I said he might be in trouble right now.
Go give your mama the number. She can call in, join the podcast.
No, we're not gonna do that. No, we're not gonna do that.
To everybody listening to the podcast on my live, I apologize for the Android ringtones going on right now. And this is something never heard before in the ears of iPhone owners, so I apologize on behalf of the show.
No, that is not an Android. No, that is not an Android. But yeah, I want to tap in on what you just said.
Yeah, talk to me.
Because it made a whole lot of sense. Mom, I'm gonna get back with you, Mama. I promise you.
What's up, KK?
Yeah. Ken, what's up, babe? What's up, Nichols? Yeah.
Love you.
What I want to say is now listen to this. Listen to this right here. Now this is going to be deep, because I don't want to lose nobody. This is going to be deep. Now watch this. They say, this is what they say. Okay. And I'm gonna say it's a proven fact. Okay, because this is going to be deep. Take your time and breathe. Now watch this. They say music can soothe the savage beast. Now, is that true or not?
1,000,000% true.
Okay. And without even asking you, I already know you agree because
100%.
so here's what I say the savage beast. So when you the savage beast, that savage beast was it up in us.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because that music is going to set that tone. So now us as 70 babies, 70 and late 60 babies.
You say, I was born in 1980, y'all, just to make sure everybody know. I'm not a 70s baby or definitely not a late 60s baby. So ladies.
So what I'm going to say this again, late 60s, late 70s. Now I made a pause there and then I was going to say 80s.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm still a qualified candidate to be a recipient.
So he wants everybody to know he's still a youngster.
I'm still accepting cougar applications right now.
I don't know now. Did you cougars wear muumuus, so you better be careful.
He said that's all that's it.
A muumuu. That's how you gonna recognize a cougar is a muumuu. So you better be careful. It's not a negligee. It's a muumuu.
Well,
You come with that max contract.
well, it depends. Okay, so now let's get there. Okay, so cougars wear a muumuu, right? I'm okay, and that's okay. But only it's a certain kind of cougar that you can deal with.
Cougar is cougar.
No.
Okay,
no.
so you tell me you got. So what? So you saying there's a. So if I say, man, that's a cougar there.
Yeah.
Now, what you saying is a
wildebeest.
Wildebeest is not a cougar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So a cougar has on a muumuu. That's what Jeter Jones said that.
Okay.
But Jeter Jones wasn't right on all cougars.
Yeah, not all of them.
There you go.
Not all of them.
Cougar.
Not all of them.
Cougar is okay. A cougar is a cougar.
Shalika Walker.
But yeah, man, music, smooth, the savage beast.
Okay.
So the beast is what's up in us because we tend to react and set a mood on the songs that we listen to.
Correct.
So if we listen to some rap song,
Yeah.
you know,
touched on this.
yes, it's gonna set us in a certain mood. But if we listen to some blues,
It depends on what the message in the music is, though, because you got Dear Mama. You got Dear Mama that's gonna put you in a good headspace, hopefully, right? You know.
Well, it does. Dear Mama,
Yeah.
Tupac, you're absolutely right. It's
Summertime, Will Smith, never cussed on a record.
that's the beginning of rap. These days, so you have a different type of raps now. They have what they call gangster rap.
Yeah, that was back in your day.
Right.
Easy.
Yeah. See, that's gangster rap.
Yeah.
When gangster came in, that overturned Will Smith now. See what I'm saying? LL Cool J. You see what I'm saying? Fat Boy.
I'm with you.
Run DMC.
I'm with you.
See, that's a different rap
I'm with you. That's an era.
era. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
But so all of that is good rap. All it because we have came from that. But what I'm saying is we brought that in. Now watch this. But we wasn't grew up on that. What we grew up on is Maze, Frankie Beverly, Billy Ocean, Betty Wright. You know, these are things we grew up on. And then you watch us right now. We go back right now and we listen to those same songs.
Yep.
Why? Because Mama was always in there cleaning up, listening to what? Right after the church, she listened to her church gospel. She listened to some Maze, Frankie Beverly, you know, Betty Wright. It ain't a woman out there right now couldn't tell me the things Betty Wright didn't sing about. You know what I'm saying? Now watch this. I'm gonna tell you another song, man, another love song. So if you,
What's another song?
man, the best song ever, bro, the best song ever, man, by Lenny, man. Say, man, if y'all out there today and y'all sitting somewhere, man, y'all need to play y'all some Lenny, man. You need to play you some
Which
Lenny,
song by Lenny?
man. It's only one song by Lenny, man. Man,
You talking about the one that's like 25 minutes?
yes, bro. Yes, it's the only.
We're gonna put a little something on for
Say,
the
man, this-
hearing pleasure of the listeners and the watchers.
for you mothers out there, if you want to make your dad happy,
Watch it now.
play him some Lenny.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna go in there. He gonna start kissing on Mama.
Yeah. Smelling like Stetson.
Yeah. No, my dad ain't gonna spell like no Stetson. You gonna have him some bar 9 or some Izzy Miyake. Yeah, that's what my dad.
Still buying the Izzy.
Yeah,
Still buying the Izzy.
Yeah. You know, I'm about to get my daddy right. Or he gonna have some Creed on. You know what I'm saying? Adventure. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get him right, man. You know. Yeah, man. But yeah, that music, bro. It sets. You know, that's what I got from my dad as well. Like you said, those road trips, man. My dad would put on these different records. Back then it wasn't records; it was cassettes.
So can we bring somebody on, Ken? You set up to get something like that knocked out?
So ain't nobody calling in.
Okay, so we just got to give them the number if they want to call in. What's up? Let's do it.
Oh. Who that was, Michael?
Yeah, I was going to this comment up here about Michael.
Michael
So
Johnson.
you read his comment, read through it. It was talking about we're considered the race of black fathers that, walk away. Mm-hmm. So I was going to bring that up as I was listening to you guys talk about the lessons that you learned from your dad. So Scooter was talking about the lesson you learned from your dad.
Father's Day.
Mm-hmm. Aaron, you're talking about the lesson you learned from your dad.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then y'all know I've talked about it before. My dad wasn't around.
Right.
But I do say this, like when I got to talk to him later and really got to thinking about it and studying different things, I realized he left for a reason. Mm-hmm. He had other kids that he did talk to. Mm-hmm. And when we met them, they were like, yeah, he came around. But then I think, and I know this goes for a lot of men, so reading his comment, some men leave because they don't want to set the bad example. Mm-hmm. So my dad knew if I stay, because he was just like his dad, the way for him to break the curse was let me just get away. Because if I stay, I'm going to train you to be like me. And he knew in our head, what we found out later, he loved us enough to say, I need to get out. Because I don't want to treat your mom like this. Y'all love your mom, I love your mom. Me being around because he couldn't conquer his own personal demons. So because he couldn't conquer his own personal demons, the best thing for him was, let me just leave. And that may be unpopular because a lot of people will go, well, no, but you need your dad around. But if your dad is abusive, if your dad is doing things that you don't need, maybe it's a hard decision.
Right.
So for him, it could have been a hard decision, but he's looking at, I'm just like my dad, who's just like his dad. And we've been fighting these demons forever. And I don't know how to fight the demons and keep you from taking on the demons. So the best thing for me to do is to leave.
And the easy thing for somebody in my seat to say is, well, why don't you just change? Right? Why don't you just do different? That's the easy thing for a person that's, not in his shoes to ask him. Why didn't you just make the choice to make a change and just stay because it meant that much? Then the accusations will typically follow. Like, if it really meant that much to you, then you would have. But we really don't know, what someone's pathway is, right? It's hard to place judgment on somebody because you may be that person who, at this time of your life, doesn't have the capacity to change what you got going on. Right? And you can't do that. And you say walking away was the best thing. And you said that's a real unpopular opinion. And I can understand that. But, it's a thing that out of all the billions of people in this world, somebody is right when they say that I didn't have it in me to do different at that time. Right. Somebody has to be right when they say that. Right? Yeah, man.
When you're talking about the PTSD, so even when we're talking about somebody getting out of jail, the PTSD, so the trauma that you have. Yeah. So you have a lot of people coming home from the military that have that trauma and they feel like it's not good for me to be around other people because what I have in me right now, I don't know how to get out of me.
Right.
And you may say the wrong thing and I automatically snap. And so even though people can say, why don't you just change? But it's like telling an iPhone, why don't you just be an Android?
Right.
It's programmed to be an iPhone.
Right.
The only way it can change is for someone who understands it to go inside of it, take out the components that make it an iPhone and install components that make it an Android. So for humans, we're like that too. My dad could experience it. I'm not giving him, I lived a life. Yeah. So I'm the last person that's going to give him a pass.
Yeah.
But I also give him a pass to know I wouldn't be sitting in this chair if he was here. Because if he was here, I may be exactly like him, exactly like my granddad, exactly like my great-granddad. So maybe he could have looked at me and said, you know what? I won't do that to him.
Okay.
So the best way to not do that to him is to let me take myself out of the situation. It's unpopular, but when you coming from what we come from as a race of people, there's trauma. So if you can have PTSD from the military, if you can have PTSD from being incarcerated, who's to say you can't have PTSD just from being an African-American dad, man, and it passed down from family to family trying to make it in this society?
But I still say that's gonna vary, my opinion. When a father steps out of a child's life, because what happens then is that child becomes with no direction, and most young kids is looking for direction, and that child is so keen. The question I'm gonna ask you, by your dad not being in your life, was it a time that you wanted to know, why do I do this, or why do I sit this way, or what do he look like, or what my dad would do, or what my dad would say? If I ask my dad this question, it's just hard for a teenager or a young man to not to be able to make that connection.
No, now it's extremely hard. So to answer your question, it is extremely hard. But that's the thing that jolted, when they say break generational curses. Okay, I hear people talk about that. To me, that's what broke the generational curse, because I said, I bet I will never do that. And so in not doing that, it puts you through a lot. You got to take a lot of mess from a lot of people to be a present dad sometimes, especially if you're not with the mother. Right. My first son's mother, you're not with him. You got to take a lot of, I'm going to show up at your house. It's 9 o'clock. I probably should have been here at 8, but there was traffic. I remember one time I showed up at Torrance's mom's house. It's a good thing I know she's not listening, but I showed up at her house. It's 9 o'clock. Me, Chris, and Gail, G-Money. So I'm just getting off work. We driving from North Dallas to Frisco. It's 9. I get there. She opens the door. He's asleep. Now, y'all, I'm looking at my son at the top of the stairs, waiting for me.
Well, she say he's asleep.
Yes. I go, turn around. He's right there. You got here too late. What do you mean too late? No, you should have been here at a better time. It's 9. There was traffic. So you got to deal with a lot of that stuff when we trying to fight to be present. Yeah. But me not having a dad gave me the fight to do it. So imagine if he was there and I'm getting to, oh, you don't have to do that. You can just leave. You can do so and so and so, and I'm more like him. You think about it like, you talk about LeBron James. James' dad wasn't there. Look at what he's doing now. Who knows if he was there, he may not be LeBron James. So with some kids, you do have to have it. But I think sometimes with some people, if you don't get it, it is the one thing that helps you break that curse.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of friends of mine that without dads in their lives, I think they would have went a better way if they had that dad in their life, man. That's just my opinion, because I had my dad in my life, you know what I mean, and my mother in my life, and and us as men.
Happy Father's Day to you.
Young men, young black men, whatever,
hey, Vanessa,
whatever culture.
Thank you.
You yearn for that father, that alpha in your life, and I think that when us as men, just in my opinion, when we take the back road and let the woman not let us see our child, put us on child support, and no, you can't come get him like that situation you had, Ken. Sometimes we tend to not want to give a fight, or go into a heavy debate and let her be right, because she didn't want him to go with you and be with you because she mad at you, not because he mad at you, not because he don't want to go with you.
Yeah,
she mad. And sometimes mothers they have to take themselves out of the equation and let that child go be with his dad. And that was one thing that I learned too, as when my mom and dad separate. My mom would always say things about my dad, My dad would never say things about my mom, whether it was good or bad. But my mom was hurt. My mom was hurt, and so I felt that pain. You know what I mean? I felt that pain. And my dad, he had to move forward.
What's up, Chris? Happy Father's Day to you.
And stay a man, because my dad, he was raised without motherly love, because my grandmother passed away by having my dad. So I understood that my dad never had a chance to even.
He wasn't nurtured like that.
Yeah, see, he didn't. His mother had been passed away, so I had to come to grips that my dad, he knows. Don't get me wrong, he knows love and all of that, but just my opinion, by him being raised by his auntie, and she raised him well, and he was spoiled, and he spoiled me and my brother, and he instilled a lot of things in us, but.
I don't mean to cut you off. I want to ask a question. So is there a difference between a dad and a father? And I've heard it go both ways. They say, a dad is this, a father's this. Like, I mean, what is there a real definition for either of those, or is it just about how somebody views whatever title that is and the role that the person who's in it is actually playing and the level of effectiveness? And then, Ken, right before y'all answer that, is there a certain number that people can call in on, or do they call in on the live, or what we doing?
Yes, 469.
469. Jeremy's third event.
252.
7020.
7020.
True Game Hog. What's
One
up,
more time for me, Ken.
469.
469.
252.
252.
7020.
7020. Call in if you got a couple comments, you want to jump on the line with us, share some of your thoughts.
Yeah, so but yeah, Ken, a young man needs his father. I believe a young man needs his father in his life, because sometimes a woman, she tries to play the man's side and the woman's side of being a mother and a father to a young man.
But what does that mean though? Because when we say, could we say that sometimes, right? Like, a woman has to play the role of a father, but are we saying that when we're discussing them having to be authoritarian, when they have to mete out discipline in the home? What do we say that in regards to what?
I think a lot of women reach out and say that because the absence of the father, and she tries to fill that gap, because trust me, as soon as it get hard and she need to take him to football practice, or she need to do this and she need to do that, you need to ask your dad. You need to do this. Some women, not all women.
But you can't fill the gap.
They try.
A mother can just be or take on the responsibilities that a dad would have had. But what being a dad is, what being a man is, it's impossible to do, because you don't know it. Mm-hmm. So I agree with you, School. You should, everybody is supposed to have a dad. The statistics actually say that having a dad is more important. I ain't gonna say, I'm gonna say it quietly. They actually say that, but is having a dad important if your dad is broken?
Yeah.
If your dad is broken, he's gonna teach you to be broken, and he recognized, like I say, my dad recognized it. I'm broken.
What's the number, Ken? I'm gonna put it in the comments. Put the phone number in the comments.
469.
Yep.
252.
Okay.
7020.
Okay. Well, Ken, this is what I will say. I'm gonna say this, and I need you to understand when I say this. I need you, to understand when I say this.
Number should be in the comment replies.
You can learn a lot from a dummy.
How to be dumb.
Yeah, I mean,
you can learn a lot of how to be dumb.
Watch this.
Right.
See, I'm deep, man. I'm deep. I'm deep. I'm telling you, I'm deep. You can learn a lot from a dummy. You know what I'm saying? So now watch this, and I'm also say this here. You learn from your mistakes.
You can learn from mistakes, but you can also learn from instruction.
So listen to me now. Listen to me. I need you to listen to me. Say it again. I'm gonna say it again, and I'm gonna bring you to my world, and you're gonna agree with me. You can learn a lot from a dummy. You can learn a lot from a dummy, and understand when I say that you can learn a lot from a dummy, because what you learning is that what what not to do. If somebody do something dumb, the first thing you're gonna say is, I'm not gonna do that.
Gotta bring y'all back in.
I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? So my point I was making, Ken, is that sometimes, and that's how me and my brother, when we came up, we was coming up, we used to always say, you know, we're gonna raise our kids, and we're not gonna get a divorce, and I'm not gonna leave the house, and I'm gonna stay through thick and thin, you know. But that's easy to say as a child, but I mean that was our guns, and that's what we were sticking to. Me and my brother, we got married to our wives a week apart, not even playing, and we still together. You know, I've been with my wife over 30 years. So my mom and dad, me and my wife used to sit on the phone. Me and my wife used to sit on the phone as a teenager, and we would talk. She came from a broken family. You know, her mom and dad wasn't in the same house. My mom and dad wasn't in the same house. So that was the first thing that we had in common, me and my wife, is that we wanted to have a family. We wanted to have kids, and we didn't want to raise our kids separately. She didn't want to have. She didn't want to be a single parent mother. I didn't want to be a single parent father, which I had at the time. I already was a single parent. But like you said, Ken, I'm gonna tell you, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy to stick around.
No, it's not. It's not easy.
It's not easy sticking around.
Let me pause you real quick because we have a caller.
Okay.
It's Jeremy. So let's get Jeremy on the line.
All right, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, Jeremy?
Jeremy, can you hear us? Jeremy.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
We can hear you. What's going on, bud?
All is well. How are you guys doing, man?
Man, doing just fine, man. Glad to hear your voice. You mind if I give you a quick intro?
Sure. It doesn't matter. I'm just a child of God, man.
Yeah,
I love people and love my folks.
Yeah, all that. That's who he is right there. So this Jeremy Sturtevant right here, rock solid individual. Grew up, spent some time in Texas with me, fortified a strong relationship. This man went off to the military, came back, found us in the same state that he left us in, knew that wasn't something he had any interest in. And when he came back to us, he returned as a put together individual. I know he'll say that he was a work in progress, but he was the closest thing to a man that people from my social group had grown into. He came back rock solid, right? He came back with opinions. He came back with an identity, and he came back with a message. So thank you for calling in, and just want to spend some time with you today. What's up, Jeremy?
Man, I just want to say to y'all, man, that intro, boy, that was too heavy right there. Touched my heart. Bless you, bro.
Hey, thank you for your service too, brother.
Happy Father's Day to each and every one of you, man. I think what you guys are doing is an amazing thing to be transparent, so that other brothers can hear it. They can come out and maybe start talking. Awesome work, peace and blessings. I pray that he expands it, what y'all doing, y'all working, and he finances, increases it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Man, I think what he said, I won't even be with you. I'm going to go really, really fast.
Okay.
What he said about having a father, but the wrong father. Many times we are being in a predicament where environment, science tells us, and we are shielded and molded and created by our environment. Whatever nurtures us pretty much springs us into action, especially in our early developmental stage.
Right.
Think a man has to have purpose,
Right.
in order for to be successful in life. Purpose-driven individual, a purpose in life, and purpose gives understanding of what you are, who you are, and identity of who you are.
Yes.
The military helped to fund that and bring that into me. Over time, spiritually, as I really understood what the purpose was in my DNA, then I understood what it was to be a provider, what it was to be a covering, and what it was to be a model,
Right.
a witness. I'm say not just my mouth, but my life.
Right.
Yes.
I think he said something so important. Many of us have fathers, which are in the house. They're more like daddies, and daddies just create or cover, versus a father, in my perspective, because we all have perspectives. A father stewards, develops, imparts, chastises, and sacrifices.
Right.
Yes.
But it's sacrifices interchangeably with worship. It's important for a father to show his offsprings, male and female, what it looks like to love a wife.
Right.
Yes.
Because that increases and contributes to the cycle of generations. That's what's broken down our generation right now as we see it, because there are generations of children that didn't see a father in the home.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why Adam was created first.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and there was a covenant made, the Adamic covenant. Man, I can go all the way through this thing.
Preach on there,
I'm gonna
brother.
leave this alone. Most of the guys that I deal with, I'm a mental health counselor.
Mm-hmm.
Many of the gentlemen, and this is the Caucasian and male, but mostly Caucasians,
Mm-hmm.
had great daddies, but not great fathers.
Fathers. Yes. Yes.
Communicating, being transparent. Like we were taught not to cry, the over masculinity. It's so many variables
Right.
that we deal with, especially in our ethnicity. PTSD, like he said, man, he brought back some points. I couldn't see the gentleman.
Yeah, he hiding behind the cameras.
That's
like,
Ken.
oh my God.
That's Ken behind the wheels of steel, baby.
Okay.
That's the wizard behind the veil over there.
Yeah, that's getting this thing going, man.
Right. I'm eating the chicken and like, oh my God, these guys is all over it, man.
Yeah.
It's because, man, fathers were there. Well, the daddies were there, but they were not fathers.
Yeah.
I would rather have something good in my life, or halfway good, rather than something bad, especially if we're shaped by what we see.
Yeah.
Right.
How many times have we were told to be tough, to be ladies' men, to be a hustler, because those are the things that we look up to,
Right.
and somebody that affirms something in us,
Right.
and we assimilate.
Yeah, that's my life.
Learn behavior.
Yeah, right. That's my life. Right.
Learn behavior, and then our environment affirms it. The females affirm it to a certain degree.
Right.
The TV affirms it. So, man, it's all the way around the board. It's culture.
Yeah.
But when you have a good father in the house, the father would tell you, "Hold up, man, you a Charles, sir.
Right.
I break my back for you every day, so that you can go further. You stand on my shoulder, so you can see further. And then when your seed comes, he'll stand on your shoulder."
Representing you. Yeah, that's right.
So let's talk about this real quick. If you got a second, let's crack into this, because in the last few years, what I've been hearing about is they got this little buzzword that kind of went around, which is a good thing in my opinion, where they're saying bonus mom, bonus dad, bonus kid. So what do you think about people raising their children, basically as a community, right? So, you have parents that don't live in the same home as their child, fathers that don't live in the same home, and they do have someone else that lives in that home and cares for that child and is a daddy and is a father. What do you think about those relationships and how men should approach it when their child is in the home with another man who's doing a damn good job? What type of, because that brings all types of feelings, and maybe if I was there, or you feel like you sacrifice a portion of your role, especially when you see affection being given over to that live-in father figure that's not biologically a father but is doing the fathering. How you feel about that, and how that should be approached if you are the one on the outside of the home?
Okay, what I feel about that is, again, this is just my opinion. And I'll try to keep all the emotions out of it, because we all warn emotions, but how emotions can be real.
Right.
Check this. I had multiple fathers. So in my opinion, I think it's good as long as the fathers have a correlation with each other. They're on one accord.
Right.
I think in our earlier years, especially our culture, the winos on the corner was your father.
Yeah.
Because there was a respect, there was an honor. Even though they didn't have the status, they would say, "You little man, get off the block.
Yeah.
You ain't supposed to be here."
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go tell your mama. Well, matter of fact, I'm going to pop you and then take you to your mama.
Right.
And they respect the wino. I think that as far as in the families, it can be done, and it can be done properly, because it takes a village to raise a child.
Man, you said something.
It really does.
It does. It does.
I applaud our Caucasian sisters. I'm black as they come, but I applaud them because they understand the matriarch and the patriarch.
Yes.
Should be run. They respect and honor those individuals in their life. And how you say, well, how do they do that? Because when mom's old, they move mom in with them.
You said when the mom gets old, they move the mom in.
They move mom. They don't discard mom's wisdom.
Right.
They use that as an American status to help impart that into the mother. and then she, with the mother slack, that grandmother comes in. You see what I'm saying? That's the village. Same way with the father, and that's how it's supposed to be going. It all, man. When the Lord works, He works in succession. He does not leave you with a leader being and that's what we do as fathers. We impart in the young man so that when he comes old, he take care of us. We're still able to part him in wisdom if God willing, we're in the right mind, and then He teaches his children, and that's how we grow stronger. We have to do it at a village. But I would think, and this is, and I'm gonna get straight to the point and move out your way, brother. I think if I were on the side, if I were a stepfather, hypothetically thinking, I would go to that man, understand his values, his morals, see if we can come down together, especially he's seeing about my child.
Right.
I would respect him in my house because, again, at the end of the day, I want my child to be in an environment of love. I want to be able to respect him and not violate his household and talk to him, bro. But still hear him and he hear me, and we work together as a unit.
Hey, man, look here. I'm going to tell you something, bro. I go through that, man. And that's have always been my sin, man. If stepdad has my child, I got to know that man because I want to feel, because if my child come to me and tell me something about that man, I need to be able to see that and understand that as well. If you are stepdad and you and that other dad is communicating, y'all don't have to get along. Just understand each other's house, bro, because you can only run one house. That man is the man of his house and you the man of your house. Hey, man, let me tell you something, bro. That is me, man. I have to respect that man's house. He has his rules, because if your child is under my rule, under my house, he has to abide by my rules.
I tell y'all what. So for me, Jeremy, that situation is a big deal for me. We say that we have a big old blended family, and we do. So holidays, I can go spend time at with my daughter's mother. I can go spend time with my son's mother. And when I say go spend time, I'm saying I can walk into any of those houses, kick my shoes off, cook in the kitchen, respect the men that they have in their lives, and just enjoy the moment like it's all one big family. That I understand that if anybody's out there and they feel like that is a situation that they're not able to achieve right now, I get that, because it didn't come easy. No. That was a hard won battle right there. And it took a lot of hurt feelings and persevering and doing all that. I think it's really important. It's really important for any man that is not in the home with his child to find a way to build a relationship with the other man that is in the home with the child, because, man, if nothing else, you got to respect the fact that he's going to work every single day, regardless of whether or not he's with the mother, and he's putting up for your child. He's paying the bills. He's putting groceries in the refrigerator. He's burning gas. He's at the emergency room at 2 a.m. when they need somebody to be there for him, because he's in the home. So there's a certain level of respect and, like Scoop said, just honor that you have to pay the people that are playing that role. And, I think that sometimes in immaturity, especially in our culture, we get caught up in the mindset that, he's with the mother, he's only doing these things because, that's the woman that he wants to be with. But the truth is, there's a lot of men out there that don't have any care or concern for other people's children, and they really are only with the mother. Yeah. So when someone is playing that role and stepping up to those positions, you got to have some love for them somewhere in there.
Yeah. And some, like you said,
and some respect.
A lot of respect, because as I was telling you, I was in that situation.
Yeah.
And so what I found out is sometimes when men aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, they envy you for doing it.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. When they come around, they want to come around and try to they want to try to outman you in your own house, because they know that they're lacking, which creates a divide, because then you have to stand your ground in your house. Yeah. So like when my sons, and that's my son's my stepson, but that's my son, when his dad would show up, well, I want to do, no, you cannot tell me how to, all you can do is get custody of him and then train him like you would want to train him. But inside of this house, it has to go this way. But when they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, the pride kicks in. Right. And then it's, I want to come outshine you for 5 minutes inside of your house, and I'm going to go on about my life. So you're right, Aaron, when you say you gotta have some pride. You got to be one. If it's for the betterment of your child, you got to be trying to work it out.
Right. Yeah. Some kids, so I had a little cousin come stay with me. and I was just taking care of her. You know, she wanted to come down. I said yes, it was an okay situation. While she's with me, you know, she's a young lady in high school, and so obviously, you know, you assume that role of, you know, that positive male figure for her, right? So that father figure for her while she's underneath your roof. So she told me that she wanted to leave my house and go somewhere and be somewhere else. Now, she's from Massachusetts, right? And we're down here in Texas, and she just wanted to go somewhere and just stay somewhere else. You know, and I said, what would make you want to leave this house, right? You're making A's and B's, you're doing real good. What would make you want to leave here and go somewhere else? She said, well, you know, they always have fun. I always have fun with them, but when I come over here, there's work to do and this and that stuff that I don't want to do. I said, you know, this is the deal.
You're right.
It's real easy, and I'm gonna tie this in. We're gonna make the correlation of how fathers are, and then, you know, maybe some biologicals that show up every now and then. It's real easy for a biological dad to show up every now and then and have a hell of a time with the kid and show them, you know, things that they hadn't seen at home on a day-to-day basis. And, you know, it's all fun. It's a pair of new shoes. We're going to go out. We're going to go to whatever, the little Mr. Gaddy's or, you know, whatever place, Six Flags. We're going to do. That's for one day. That's for one day. They get to show up and be a superhero one day.
One day.
You know what I'm saying? And then they go back home, and then they don't think about you, or they think about you, but they don't show up for you at the times that matter the most. And the kid has this distorted view of reality because the day-to-day at home is just the hustle. It's the education. It's the learning, the instruction, the reprimand. And then somebody else shows up, and all they want to do is have fun. And so it looks like this person is really there for a child in a childish, unformed mind. They look like that's the place that I want to be, but really they are in the place that they need to be in. So congratulations and salute to all those that stepped up. Congratulations and salute to all those that are in the daily grind with these children, really being fathers and really stepping up, playing that role to a T. I'm not talking, when I say playing, I don't mean joking. I'm saying the ones that are filling the shoes of a positive male figure in the home of absentee fathers, man. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
And Aaron, I'm gonna jump right back on that and say, I know what Scoot gonna say. I'm saying salute to the ones that figured out they were horrible at it.
Yeah.
And decided to not mess that child up.
Yeah.
If you know you're going to be a horrible dad, get out of the way, because then you open up a place for somebody else with a better heart to step in and say, I can do that job. But it's better for you to get away, especially at an early age, before you program that child to be you.
Right. And especially if your girl beautiful, because your best friend will take her.
Jeremy. So yeah. So Jeremy,
waiting in line. I'm telling you right now.
So Jeremy, I was trying to make a point right earlier, right before you called in. I want to incorporate you into this here. I was telling them earlier, you can learn a lot from a dummy, meaning that even though your dad was not in your life, or your parents were not in your life, your parents, period, your mom, dad, or whatever, but you learn what not to do, what you don't want. Because see, as a child, we learn that we don't want to raise our kids this way. We want better lives for our kids. Now, I will say this is what I will say. What we tend to do, we tend to take a lot of struggle out of our kids' life, and that's what makes these kids hard for society. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, because when I was coming up, me and my brother had to wear the same clothes, and then it was about your daddy didn't do this, your daddy didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Or we had to wear the same shoes. You know what I mean? Now, when as a child, I was like, man, when I get up, man, I want my kids to have their own room, they have their own clothes, and their own this. And once again, that's what I say. We learn. Not saying our parents was dumb. Not saying my dad was dumb, my mom was dumb. They did the best they could do. Mm-hmm. So it was up
at their level.
At their level, that's right. So us as dads now, us as dads and fathers now, probably 20, 30 years from now, our kids gonna probably say, we didn't do a good job.
Right.
You get
not mine.
I like it. I like it.
No, you
Can I
understand.
Not mine. Y'all better not. Y'all better not.
But you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? We get better.
Let me get back on this live. I got to get
Yeah,
back
so-
on my live. I jumped off of it. I got to get back on it real quick.
And so that's what I was saying is the absence of a father sometimes could be okay, depending on that type that child. So give me your opinion on that, Jeremy.
So, I mean, again, all of these things are correlating with each other.
Okay.
I like what Lo just left off. I'm sorry, Mr. Charles just left off with, and then you build it on with about how the development seems. I think again, based upon our level, we desire to give our children the things that we didn't have, as though we lived through them in certain ways. But affirmations are a big thing that we're
Right.
we have to deal with.
Right.
The positive and the negative.
Right.
I shared shoes with that gentleman next to you.
Yeah.
I shared clothes with that guy next to you.
Yeah.
And it made me value some things. Sometimes we cheat our children by giving them the best of everything we have and not giving them a measure. So I go back to the word. It says you chasten those who you love, and when you chasten them, you use a rod of measure to warrant the crime or the offense.
Right.
Now explain.
Sometimes we as parents,
Explain that to me.
because we have the opportunity to give them more based upon our level and our increase of past generations, we daddy them. We spoil them with the sugar.
Right.
Instead of being the father, the author, which develops them for the long term.
You know what? Let me hit you with something real quick on that. That's really a big statement right there, because we grew up being treated by our fathers the way that they treated us, and it grew us into the men that we became, right? And then we say, when I was a child, I wanted some different things, and so because now I have the capacity to do so, I'm going to give these different things to my child. But the truth is, we don't know what the outcome of that giving is going to be. You hit on the main vein right there.
Yeah.
We don't know what that outcome is going to be because it's untested. Now it's new territory for us, and we're just experimenting with what we think may be best. When the truth is, what we know best turned us into who we are, and we are living strong testimony of it. But we feel like we're going to give more unbridled because it makes us feel good to know that we can. Yeah, and we really don't. We're walking into an untested lifestyle because we don't know what that outcome is going to be associated with our children.
I'm going to you guys with this, and I'm going to get out the way because I got to go. But isn't that... So 3 things I want to share with men. I want to encourage men to find your purpose, because when you don't have your purpose, you'll drag everybody that you're responsible for down the dark alley.
Right.
Yes, sir.
And they become affected with that trauma that you endure because you don't know your purpose.
Okay.
Increase your communication.
Okay.
Because with communication, we understand and see from the perspective lens. And then we can get to where we need to be.
Right.
Because we understand each other.
Right.
We understand each other's perspective. We see different. Learn to be honest and vulnerable.
Right.
Learn to be honest and vulnerable with your woman and with your children.
Yes.
So you, with the wisdom, can give them the measure that they need.
Right.
The Greek rod of the measure. Sometimes I can bail my son out, but sometimes I got to let him figure it out.
Yes.
So he can build a dexterity. Because otherwise I'm making him false.
Right.
I'm not preparing him for the real world because I may not always be here.
Yeah.
Remember, you are the author as a father.
Yeah.
And then, hold on, now let me keep with this and let me get on out the way. Now.
Come on with it, brother. Come on with it, Jeremy.
I got to go.
Come on,
I got
Jeremy.
to go.
Come on. Give it to us.
Give me that look.
Yeah, it is. Hey, Jeremy, it is Father's Day. She got some things for you. So.
Hey. Hey, sister.
Nah, we better go spend some money. Nah,
Yeah.
we better close up the house, man.
All right.
But blessings, man. Man, it's important for us as men to get with somebody who's smarter or has ascended to the heights where you want to be.
Right.
Find a man that is on your level that you can confide in, that you can walk with, and find someone you can pour into.
Okay, I agree.
All right, my gentlemen.
All right, man.
We see y'all. Blessings.
Hey,
Much
blessings
love
to you, Jeremy. Thank you for calling in, man.
Most definitely. Peace.
All right.
All righty.
Robert Earl. Robert Earl, what's up, man? What's up, boy?
Ken, we gonna put a bow on this thing? Or?
But I'm gonna let
Yeah.
you put a bow on it, and we'll all be off to Father's Day.
Yeah, we finna. First of all, well, before we go, let me say to my viewers, Happy Father's Day. Appreciate y'all tuning in. We're gonna do this thing again next week. Ken, what's the number we can be? What can we be reached at, Ken?
We can be reached at www.rebuildingfuturespodcast.com on every social media site there is, and just about every place where you can listen to your favorite podcast. The number you can reach us at is 469-252-7020.
Appreciate it.
All right, y'all. So, today we came in, took a light approach, want to just be able to spread some love and appreciation. Ken called up earlier this week and said, fellas, basically we got, an all-male cast over here, and, it's Father's Day, so we're going to take the day off. What we going to do? I said, well, what you want to do? Ken said, man, I'm showing up every single Sunday without fail. So here we go. Back in the house once again, spreading love, just appreciating all you men. Hopefully we share something today that would, would just impart a little bit of wisdom or maybe give you a little bit of relief. And it's these moments that we live for all throughout our week. A lot of things come to us, but we always want to make sure that we make it here because this is a place where we all grow, we get to share, and we hope that it's doing the same thing for you. Thank you to our caller, Jeremy Sturdivant, and we really appreciate the insight that he shared, the passion that he brought to the table today. And next week, we hope to have more people call in, hope to have more people share their insight, share their wisdom with us so that we can continue to go and grow. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there.
Yeah, Happy Father's Day. Some